Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining us again for another weekly dose. I'm here again with my good friend,
Hello.
Peter, with All Western Mortgage. So any lending needs or loans that you need, or questions, anything that you need in that department, give him a call or his team and they'll be happy to help. So again, thank you so much for clicking on this and joining us today. There's a big announcement that I think will help a lot of our borrowers that are out there shopping for homes. And I don't know a whole lot about it. That's why I'm here with the master in this industry. So I will let him take over and tell us about what's going on.
Well, a lot has happened over the last few days. Major announcement is that the loan limits for conventional financing have gone up to $453,100.
Wow. I know that's a huge change because I know what the limits were before. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, this is big because we normally don't have these kind of an increase. As a matter of fact, we went for about 10 years with no increase in loan limits. And last year, we had a small increase. We went from $417,000 to $424,100. Right. So that was good. It was a small increase, but this particular increase is about $30,000, which is huge, considering the fact that we went about 10 years with no increase in conventional loan limits.
Awesome. So for our clients and our friends out there that don't speak loan language, let's kind of dive a little bit deeper on what that means. What we know is these limits go up before you get to a jumbo loan. So can you tell people a little bit what the difference is before you get to jumbo and after, how that affects their rate, down payments and things like that?
Yeah, sure. So the reason this is important is because, as people know, we can always buy up to $1 million, $2 million or right, whatever and so forth. But the reason this is important because in order to come in with a low down payment, you have to be within FHA or conventional loan limits. So by staying in conventional loan limits, there's a lot of advantages. Number one is you can come in with as low as 3 to 5%. We can keep the loan in-house. The loan doesn't have to be brokered. Anytime you broker out a loan, you lose some of the control. You lose some of the underwriting because we don't underwrite it in-house. So our goal is to try to keep as many loans in-house as possible. I think last year we underwrote 99% of our files, and I think we brokered out 1%. So for us, it's very rare to broker out our loans. The reason we broker out a loan is because sometimes you might have a weird situation where there's a bank that will do something that other banks cannot, but our goal is to always try to keep it in-house. So the reason this particular increase is good for us is because now we can go to higher loan amounts and still keep it in-house.
Awesome. Okay, I love it. So one thing that I would love to see, because obviously going conventional is great, but we know we have a lot of borrowers that can only go FHA loan, okay? And we know the limits on that is much lower than conventional. So I would love to see those limits come up. Do you think that's going to happen?
Well, the trend is that whenever conventional financing raises their limits, FHA will soon follow. So
that would be great.
That's what we're expecting. We're expecting FHA to increase their limits soon.
Awesome.
Right now, we're at $279,450. So for those of you that need to go FHA, again, we're at $279,450. But we're hoping that will change.
That will come up a little bit too. That would be great. I'm sure a lot of people will wonder if this takes effect now, or does this take effect in a few months? Because we know with the government, they're never really right. When they announce it, it takes a while for it to take effect, right?
That's a very good question. This loan amount will actually take effect January 1st, 2018. So this is something that's coming up in about a month now. Wow. So if you're out there shopping for a home, you can literally plan on being able to do this within the next 30 days.
Great. And this is one question I asked Peter before we went live. That means that even though it takes effect on the 1st of January, what that means is if you close the loan in January or later, it will this will affect you. So you can take advantage of that new change, which means that if you're out looking at homes right now, that will still work for you. Doesn't matter when you start and originate the loan. What matters is when it closes. So if it closes in January, which most loans that if we start in December will close in January, you can take advantage of this increase. So that's great. this is just a question for me mostly. Hopefully some of you have the same question. But when they make these changes and they increase the loan limits, I'm guessing that probably means that they're seeing that the market is still doing great, that the prices are still increasing, and they want to be able to help more people fit within that range. Is that true? Or
And that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point you bring up, because these numbers that they're putting out aren't just random numbers. They're calculated based on what the market is doing. There's a formula that they use in order to calculate what the median sales price of a home is. So because of our market, we've been in a down market for so long, that's one of the reasons why we haven't seen these loan limits go up. So the fact that these limits are going up, and they're going up so drastic, or I shouldn't say drastic, but pretty big
That's a
increase.
good amount,
It's
sure.
a good amount. You
Yeah.
know, 30,000 is a big amount. Also tells us that the economy is improving, or that the median sales price of homes is going up. So it's a good indication of figuring out what the economy is doing.
I love that. So that means we still have strength in our real estate market. You know, we're in the business, so we watch our statistics, and we have certain economists that we follow. And I haven't heard anything about a bubble or anything like that. The real estate market is still strong, based on rents, based on new construction. So we're looking forward to see at least another 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 years. We don't know, of good strength, of good resale on the real estate market. So we're all looking forward to that. So I think that's it. Did you have
One more
something
thing I
else
want
you
to point out.
Yep.
So the loan limit of 453,100 is for a single family residence. If you go to a duplex or a fourplex is actually over 800,000. So for those of you that are looking to invest or possibly buy something that's duplex or fourplex, I mean, those limits are much higher. So the amount that we're talking about here is for single family residence.
home.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad that you made that point, because I definitely know there are investors out there right now. Everybody wants to be in the market, wants to buy a home, flip a home, get into the rental market. So any questions that you have in addition to what you see today, give Peter a call, leave a comment below. He'll be happy to get right back to you. So again, I hope this was helpful for you guys. And anything in addition to it that we can help with, let us know. We'll be happy to do it. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.
All right. Talk to you guys later.